I'd love it if she put her head up right now, and I am concerned about the challenge of the spots, but she's so graceful, and I want to capture that kind of graceful, fluid motion that she has. All of her movements are so fluid because she has so many vertebrae, such a long body shape that it makes it really fun. I almost need to go to my larger paper because she can move in so many different ways. She keeps moving right off my page.
So when you're painting when you're painting giraffes with watercolor, what do you paint, light to dark or dark to light?
What I think I'm going to try to do, I can't talk like I've ever painted a giraffe before in my life, so what I think I'm going to do is put water down over the entire body of the giraffe, and not too wet, and then drop brown in the approximate locations of each splotch, because he's not a checkerboard, right? He's got all these fun shapes. So what you do is you let the watercolor do its own thing, and it creates a giraffe for you. Obviously using our little friend here as a guide. He's got some strong lines, and so those will be my guides.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great.
Oh, you even got spots.
Mm.
I have an albino one. What do you paint? The white or the brown first?
Well, for acrylics, you would paint the dark first?
I'm just toning it down first.
So do you put the background in and then paint
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tone this down, and then I'm going to take my paper towel and try to wipe out like the giraffe and the tree. And
All right, Carol, what are you up to?
I'm still trying to draw the giraffe.
So you put a background down and then you do the drawing part?
Yeah, I subtract the drawing with the paper towel.
Now, when your little artwork is done, are you planning on having that brownish background, or are you going to?
No, I'll have the green and the blue and the.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
paint over, or
Yeah.
you just put a
This
bunch,
stuff dries really fast, and then you can just paint right over it.
so you put a bunch of giraffe-ish color in there that you can work with to create your subject before you start working on all the accoutrements.
Yeah.
So you use glass for a palette?
Yeah. Well, this is plexiglass, but I have a piece of glass too. They're it's frame glass from broken frames.
Very cool.
Or something like that, and none of that applies now. So how much page do you leave for a leg? Oh, it's a whole other thing now. It's not the leg of a horse or a deer. It's this crazy leg. Goes on for pages. You'll have to tape some pages to the bottom.
It's like a double length leg.
Exactly. And that's the best part, is that you can't use any of your assumptions, which is really what makes it a
Well, if
fun
you've
thing.
done a camel is probably about halfway between a horse and a in terms of leg.
Perhaps. See, never drawn a camel. No idea. It would be fun to.
In Newport at I can't remember the name of the mansion, but they had camels out in their backyard that were made out of twigs, and they looked real. And one winter they were covered with snow.
Those poor cold camels.
So Carol, are you doing oils or acrylics?
These are oils.
So what's the trick with oils and giraffes?
I have no idea. I gotta figure out whether I'm going to start with the white or the brown. I gotta get it drawn first.
Yeah, those questions have to come at the 3/4 mark or the half mark.
Right. You could paint it brown, and then fuzz up the little mini mane, and etch out the
The brown spot.
the white.
Yeah.
You know, use a toothpick or something like that to cut out the little white stripes to create the pattern.
I did one in pastel once, and I don't remember.
Hey, you get back here.
Taking from Lisa's recent explorations into technique, I could see you taking a white crayon and drawing in all the
Oh,
white.
the resist, yeah, you could do it that way. Draw all the white lines and then run your watercolor over it after.
This one is being very, very helpful.
The one looking to the right at the fence is now giving you all sorts of proportion things. None of them have a straight neck. They all have bend in the neck one way or the other. There's something tasty about that fence, guys.
Maybe they like the moss. So what are you working with, Bev?
Working with black pen and ink, and also white ink. And the giraffes are so far away you can't see the details, so I'm kind of making more of a, not a cartoon, but just the general appearance of a giraffe, and putting a light value as well as the dark. So I just worked on his head right now. Get the general shape of his head, because he was looking at me. Now I'll try, he's turned his head, so maybe I'll try his head turned,
I like their giraffe.
and then try the whole body.
So do you think you'll do him in acrylics?
Well, possibility, acrylics or watercolor. This is kind of a plan on what you do later on, maybe in the studio, of figuring out the angle you want to do the animal. Okay, that's enough information for straight on. So I should try a different angle because he keeps moving. He's no longer in that position. There's a little light here underneath his mouth.
It's a chipmunk you could paint.
There's a little light on the side here.
Those are good sellers.
You put a little light on top
Those
of
are
his
good
horn.
sellers.
Chipmunks?
Yeah.
I think the image
His
of a
forehead
chipmunk
comes
at
in
60
like
feet
this.
is probably
He has a
Maybe a
strong
puppet.
eyebrow. That's what it looks like from this distance. Okay, I'll try a different angle.
Hello, puppies. Who wants to be a star? Come for a walk, you can be featured. Yeah, you. Now that you're working on giraffe art, nobody wants to look away from you.
They are a good ways away, so it's a little hard to see the detail.
I suppose that's where taking a picture or two helps, that you can fill
Yeah.
those in.
Maintain a pose for more than 30 seconds.
Correct.
So I suppose it's good to have a good memory so when they move you can finish up what you were working on.
Correct. Called the working memory.
Got these funky tails.
Brought his
Solid
leg up.
halfway down and then a whole bunch of hair to smack buggies. You counting?
We actually named him. Actually, this is Pinda, that's Midas, and that's Dottie. And isn't she so cute, that little one? She's got a great mama. Her mama takes good care of her.